Good evening, I'm Carol Kidu Jr. with the news. Here are the headlines. In this edition, RPNGC reintroduces blue licensing, Pacific Sports Show hosting country for TV production, and first 15 identified for Junior Kumuls. It was an accomplishment for the Medang Police Command as 37 participants underwent 2 weeks of training to gain their blue license. This is the second Royal PNG Constabulary National Centre of Excellence nationwide permit program on basic driving after Milne Bay Province. It enables police officers to attain blue licenses in order to drive a police-marked vehicle. A course on basic driving and issuing of permits was an inclusive bundle for new police recruits at the Bomana National Centre of Excellence. However, over the years, when standards at the college dropped, the course was plucked out, leaving thousands of policemen and women driving without blue licenses nationwide. According to the manager of the driving school at the NCOE, Daniel Apuau, the course was delivered to Medang Police upon request from the Medang PPC. Director for Training and Person in Charge of Advanced Skills, Superintendent Charlie Sare, congratulated the 37 participants for their effort and challenged them to take ownership of the vehicles, ensuring that they do not endanger or risk lives of passengers and pedestrians alike through reckless driving.
It gives you the capability, the ability to run the vehicle, but it doesn't mean that you're going to abuse the blue permit that you get. But you have to know that there is safety and security of the person that you're carrying, as well as the property or the vehicle that you're driving. If it comes good, then you will see the advanced skills running in service programs in the provinces, supporting our PPCs and PTOs.
Superintendent Stephen Bunga, the Director of Corporate Services, emphasized on the importance of having these courses available for officers. He also stressed on the fact that the permits will also serve as a safeguard for officers, especially in the event when there is an accident involving a police vehicle.
Because we realize that there's a lot of people, there's a lot of members driving police vehicles without any blue permit. One is to avoid prosecution liabilities. If you're able to bump a police vehicle, these things will be needed as well for you to produce. So it safeguards you as well. From some experiences that I know, you bump a police vehicle today, it won't take long and you are dismissed.
In addition, Superintendent Bunga reiterated on self-discipline whilst holding onto police vehicles and urged them to be better role models for the communities at large.
Because the attitude and your responsibility will reflect on the vehicle that you're holding onto. Car will pull up a spell wire, dent on the vehicle, nobody is owning up. Who's responsible for the dent? So these are the kind of attitude that we need to deal with ourselves. Because the job you and I have is a noble career, and therefore we should be an example to the community that we serve. It begins from within us. The change that will happen, you cause the change. It has to come from you. And that's where self-discipline comes in.
The Provincial Police Commander, Acting Superintendent Robert Baim, thanked the team from Port Moresby who took time off to kickstart training in Medang. He also warned officers not to abuse police vehicles just because they have a blue license.
If you don't have a valid blue permit, and if you drive these police cars, that means that you have defied instructions, not my instructions, but that's the instructions from the Constabulary Standing Order and also in the Police Force Act. When you have a blue permit, does not give you the right to drive any police car, unless and until you are permitted by your NCOs. Let me put it very clear. Time will give you more to even though you got blue permit, but time will talk lower than lower. Time will talk you drive. Kissing car, blue permit, or nubla car vehicle, drive with care. Let's look after the state assets. Your uniforms, gun do you, car do you, office you walk along and you look out him, so that that's all something, by giving fortnight the unit to plan.
The Nigerian refugee who was found dead in her hotel room in Port Moresby on Monday is believed to have died from illness, says the NCD Central Commander Benjamin Turi. Turi said they are yet to establish the cause of her death as police continue their investigation. He said her body is currently at the funeral home awaiting post-mortem. Once the post-mortem is conducted, the cause of her death will be revealed.
He was sick and left him just along the Morocco Drive. She died, but the death is still regarded as a suspicious death on immigration and the hotel. So our homicide detectives are working. The body is now in the funeral home. At the moment, we regard it as a suspicious death for now. Until the post-mortem is conducted by the doctors, we'll have time to tell us how she died, for how long she died
The 15-mile police station in the Hirikoyari district received a new lease to life after 18 months of renovation work, funded by the Hirikoyari District Development Authority. The new-look station was open today.
Costing 380,000 kina for refurbishment, the 15-mile police station was officially opened today.
Then the Papa picked in Holy Spirit and we cut in this ribbon, law enforcement of law, lower Sogeri, Hirikoyari District, 15 miles.
Following its refurbishment by the John Construction, member for Hirikoyari Kit Iduhu and NCD and Central Commander Benjamin Turi opened the facility, witnessed by Central Province PPC Joseph Saleh, members of the Central and NCD Command and the community. 2 police vehicles were also presented to the refurbished station. Iduhu said the facility was renovated with the aim to provide effective policing service to the people of this area. He therefore urged the community to look after the facility.
We aspire to do, but our funds and our resources are very limited. So when I'm legally going walking me come, I urge and I appeal to the policemen of our beautiful 15-mile, not Central Province alike, or legally infrastructure come, please see me look out them good.
ACP NCD and Central Benjamin Turi urged the community to assist police by reporting misconduct by police officers there.
I'm putting back Lipla. You are our eyes also. You see nothing, something not right with the vehicle being misused, carry family, or during the spark, you report the police officers. Get a video, picture, na report them Mipla. Come lo Mipla, we'll deal with police officers. These are your asset. To provide service to you Pla. You know Mipla policeman. We are only using it, and our purpose is to save you in time of needs. There's a fight or any activities, criminal activity, we are here to save you. And this.
Meanwhile, the police station has 2 separate cell blocks, one for the males and the other for women and girls. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
Papua New Guinea has strengthened its fight against climate change with the presentation of Climate Risk and Vulnerability Assessment Training Certificates in Port Moresby. 16 Department of Works and Highways officers and 2 Global Green Growth Institute staff completed the training, equipping them with vital skills to integrate climate risk into road planning and design. DOWH Secretary Gibson Holemba urged participants to become champions of climate resilience within the department. GGGI Country Representative Mohammed Ali Sheikh said local capacity is key to building infrastructure that stands the test of disasters. The program continues with knowledge exchange in New Zealand. Secondary school students need access to information if they are to make informed career choices. However, funding limitation has prevented more upper secondary schools in East Sepik from participating in the province's second Career Expo that was recently held in Wewak.
East Sepik Province hosted its second Career Expo at the Mercy Secondary Technical School in Wewak recently, where more than 300 grade 12 students attended the 3-day event. Out of the 20 secondary and technical schools in East Sepik Province, 13 participated, traveling from schools such as Pasam School of Excellence and the secondary schools of Maprik, Drakikir and Engoram. East Sepik's guidance officer, Melissa Basho, said their first expo in 2024 saw 14 schools participating.
The rest, because of distance and funding, they didn't make it. Okay, so likewise this year as well, the principals, they've come around, they've said they had shortage in TFF funding this year. So for the schools that are outside, they can't because of my, let's say, organizing of this thing. I can't look after the students. So when they bring students out, they need to have lunch provided, transport for them to come. So, everything needs money. So that's why for this year, I believe I will not have more than 13. It will be less than 13 this year. Last year was a good turnout because principals had money and they were able to bring their students.
Tertiary institutions that traveled into the province for the expo included the University of Goroka, the Papua New Guinea University of Technology from Lae, who set up along with the University of PNG, Divine Word University's Kaindi campus, MAPEX and other technical schools.
I believe information is power. So if institutions outside the province, like big institutions, that they could come and, give them the first-hand information, it would be very helpful.
Deputy Principal Academic of Maprik Secondary School, Moland Salwali, said they received valuable information on the different courses and requirements by the tertiary institutions.
This Career Expo, it really enlightened some of the things that my students they have doubts in, especially on the courses offered at various institutions, not only at Unitec but the other institutions as well. It helped us to identify the course and also the criteria that are required to get into the institutions for certain courses. It also helped us to understand the processes that the students will go through to get into the institutions. Over the years, we have experienced a lot of hiccups, especially on the choices, students' choices. But after going through this, I think we will be in a better chance to make a good decision on the choices, last choices.
Salwali said the information they have received will be shared with the students and teachers who were not able to attend, adding that the expo needs to be hosted annually. Kamala Guare, TVWAN News.
Provincial member for East Sepik Province, Alan Bird, believes East Sepik has improved significantly, especially education in the province. He said several schools in the province have gone from no ranking to the top 10 ranked schools in the country, attributing this change to the reforms he introduced.
In 2017, no schools in East Sepik Province were ranked in the top 10. Provincial member for East Sepik, Alan Bird, shared that although East Sepik Province still has serious law and order challenges, power failures and infrastructure, which are national government responsibilities, he believes Sepik has experienced significant improvements.
In 2017, a lot of parents were already complaining in Sepik that a lot of our kids, 2016, 2017, they were not making it to tertiary institutions. Last year, East Sepik had 3 schools in the top 10 in Papua New Guinea. 3. That's from 0 in 2017. We have 3 now. And in the top 20, we've probably got about 8 schools in the top 20. And in West Sepik, you've got 2 schools. So out of the top 10 schools in the country, 5 of them are in the Sepik region. How amazing is that? So we've come a long way in education.
He stated that while there is a long way to go in improving quality of education for children in the province, the number of students from East Sepik province selected for tertiary education has increased dramatically.
So obviously the people working in education, they understand the vision. And we're still doing a lot in education. We're going to be launching our education people. I've got some really smart educators in East Sepik, So just getting them together, and so that's one. Health, as I said, is another area where, okay, we're not number one, we're not doing brilliantly, but in terms of the current measurement system, we've improved a lot, and we still have a long way to go.
Bet said he knows many children are selected for tertiary education because of the number of students qualifying for tertiary fee subsidy this year, and is the highest since they started the program 7 years ago, a 60% increase from 2018. Bird added that health services have also improved in his term in office, from the province being ranked 21 out of 22 provinces in the country health services-wise. It is now ranked 11 out of 22 provinces.
In 2017, we were ranked 21 out of 22 provinces. So we were second last. This year, we are ranked 11. So we've improved 10 places in the last 8 years.
Jasmine Erojak, TVWAN News.
This is TVWAN News. Among stories after the break, that Pacific Sports stars in country to produce independence documentary, and OTML extends education support to vocational schools. Those stories and more when we return.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with PSP's One Talk Wallet. PSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
From the rich soils of the highlands, the finest coffee has been grown by generations of Papua New Guineans. Expertly blended and roasted with over 80 years of experience, making the finest cup of Nescafe New Guinea blend. Angi's own coffee.
We've been traveling along this road together for over 50 years. Ella Motors acknowledges the visionaries and hard work that have been the driving strength to continued nation building. We live, prosper, sustainably grow with the community, whilst developing quality mobility chains, aspiring to be your first choice on every occasion. Ella Motors, celebrating with Papua New Guinea throughout our independence golden jubilee.
Pepsi bottle. Tell him shorty come get it in. Come grind on me, but met it in. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi bottle.
For Simon, life is simple. Dreams seem distant, yet hope remains. One ticket, one dream. Simon's world changed forever. Yes! From small dreams to big possibilities. One Top Jackpot is here for everyone. Win big every day.
How would you describe your mother?
My mom is beautiful.
She is strong like Superwoman.
I love my mom because she always takes care of me.
My mom, she's so patient and loving. I feel she's always around.
Karen, she works so hard and always wants the best for me.
She's soft like halal.
My mom is everything, and I don't know what I'd do without her.
Softland fragrance of a mother's love.
Walker comes down right on the money again. It's a Rooster catch. They got a third. For Nene, he flies. Now Foreign, this is good shape. What a pass!
Welcome back. As Papua New Guinea prepares to celebrate its 50th independence anniversary in the coming weeks, stars of That Pacific Sports Show under ABC Australia have visited the country's veteran sporting champions to document their legacies they have left in the sporting realm of Papua New Guinea and the Pacific. Michael Price with this report.
A delegation of more than 5 members travelled from Australia to Port Moresby for the Independence Anniversary project. Among them were series producer James Ballock and host Sam Vikes, who is a former rugby union player, and Michael Chow.
We're always looking at doing stories here in PNG, whether we're on the ground ourselves or whether we're using local crew and local journalists to deliver those stories for us. So yeah, it's a huge country for us, so yeah.
Also accompanying the team was Jamie Harrow, a journalist who has long contributed sports updates to the show remotely from PNG. Given PNG's close historical and cultural ties with Australia, the crew aims to promote a 1-hour episode highlighting the nation's sporting history, achievements and development across various codes.
The PNG Legends is absolutely one of my favorites, having to sit with 5 legends which we picked out of a very long list. Ryan Pini, John Wagambi, our first ever Commonwealth Games gold medalist, Gewa Tau.
Mr. Ballock revealed that this visit and project represent a starting point for more of such stories in the future, promoting PNG and its sporting heritage throughout the Pacific region, where the show is broadcasted.
Wanting to do for a long time, and it's just, the perfect time to do this. We just, sometimes things just align, and you have these plans, and then you go, wow, this was meant to be, and here we are, and it's all worked out really well.
Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
Renowned host of the That Pacific Sports Show on ABC Australia, Michael Cho, is proud to return home in Port Moresby with his team to film a special 50th Independence Anniversary edition of their weekly program, scheduled to air on 17 September 2025.
Returning home to Papua New Guinea, it is a moment for Michael Chow to show his colleagues his home country. He was born in Unapope, East New Britain province, and raised in Lae, Morobe, before leaving the country during his high school years. Mr. Chow has strong cultural ties with PNG despite spending half of his life overseas. Mr. Chow is eager to share the stories of his fellow Papua New Guineans who have made history in sport.
Special because, these stories the rest of the world don't always get to see. I work with these people all the time. They don't know as much about Papua New Guinea as they do now, And, leading something like, picking up tokles or pigeon and things like that, like it's good that, getting to bring that to the team and then the team bring it to the rest of the Pacific.
He added that the stories they are producing are not confined to sports alone, since PNG is also home to hundreds of traditional stories and diverse cultures. Getting the stories and putting them out is a way to show love to PNG.
Getting to showcase some of that, which we've been getting some of those stories, that's really, really special, particularly, 50 years of Papua New Guinea. Its story's still going. We'll see what happens in the next 50 years as well. So getting to mark the milestone at least by showing some love to Papua New Guinea.
In the meantime, the team is expected to leave PNG this week to prepare for the post-production process before 17th of September 2025. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN.
The PNG Sustainable Development Programme has been praised for its transparent approach during its 2024 programme updates in Daru and Kiunga. Middle Fly District Administrator Petrus Malongim said the updates gave leaders a clear picture of SDP's work and plans across the province. He also expressed interest in partnering with SDP to improve basic infrastructure for health and education. CEO Lesieli Taviri said the sessions reflect good stewardship and accountability, ensuring stakeholders understand the progress made. Leaders called for stronger partnerships and a working group to align efforts for greater impact in Western Province. Students of Moorhead Vocational Centre in South Fly District can now look forward to real workplace experience with Octady Mining Limited, following the signing of a Memorandum of Agreement between OTML and Moorhead Vocational School. On August 14th, Octady Mining Limited and the school signed an MOA to provide on-the-job training opportunities for students, a major step forward in addressing the lack of practical placements. Moorhead Vocational Manager Ken Potang said the partnership is a blessing for the school's 229 students, adding also that OTML is not just rescuing Moorhead Vocational, they are also securing the future of the students. Octady's Training Department Manager Ian Strachan says the company is committed to building PNG's workforce and that through this agreement they are ensuring students acquire practical experience that will equip them for their future careers. Moorhead now becomes the second school after Kionga Vocational to benefit from Octady's training initiatives, bringing long-term opportunities to Western Province. 10 fully kitted 240-litre wheelie bins have been donated by NCDC Waste Management to the Swire Shipping Agency for their community program. NCDC Waste Management held this small but significant presentation to promote public-private partnership for the 3Rs campaign: reduce, reuse and recycle waste in NCD schools and suburban communities. Ian Stewart, Regional Commercial Manager, PNG Solomon Islands for Swire Shipping Agency, upon receiving the donation, said the wheelie bins will purposely go towards their 50 days of nationwide waste activities to commemorate PNG's 50th Golden Jubilee Independence celebrations. We apologize. The market report will be made available when business returns to normal tomorrow. TV1 News continues with news from abroad after these messages. Stay with us.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, PSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at PSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. PSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaro, get up a big smile on face. Time for kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, na mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, PNG and Mia. Buying PNG made.
Life is about making memories, sharing new adventures. Go beyond the familiar. Don't let bacteria hold you back from experiencing the world. Protex uses natural antibacterial protection with flaxseed oil and eliminates 99.9% of bacteria. Free yourself. Go beyond with Protex.
Enjoying life when we're working together, making happy memories that last forever. Hot and talk, young or old, let's calories, family meal with home. We'll bring out the smiles cause it's our favorite but mine. Fantasy colors, scale rise, don't scale price. Fantasy colors, scale rise, don't scale price. Amber, you like it?
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Indian exporters are bracing for turmoil as an extra 25% tariff on all Indian goods entering the U.S. takes effect from today. It means shipments to the United States will now face duties of up to 50% after President Donald Trump slapped on the extra tariffs to punish New Delhi for buying Russian oil.
It's certainly a bruising moment for Indian exporters. From today, many Indian-made goods landing in the United States will be slapped with an extra 25% tariff, which the US has actually called a sanction for India's purchasing of Russian oil. Now that takes total US duties on Indian products to as high as 50%, which analysts say is pretty much the equivalent of a trade embargo. The US is India's biggest export market, worth nearly $90 billion last year. So this is a major hit, especially for textiles, seafood and jewellery. They're already seeing orders cancelled, with American buyers shifting to more favourable markets like Bangladesh and Vietnam. Now, exporter groups are warning of heavy job losses if this continues. Now, there are a couple of carve-outs. Pharmaceuticals and electronics, including iPhones assembled in India, will escape the tariffs for now. And economists say India's overall growth story won't be derailed. But in the short term, the pain is real.
The Iranian government has described Australia's moves to sever ties with the regime as an assault on diplomacy. The Iranian ambassador has been expelled after Australia's domestic spy agency found Iran was behind at least 2 anti-Semitic attacks in Sydney and Melbourne.
This is the first time since World War II where Australia has moved to expel a diplomat, an ambassador, and then in this case 3 diplomats as well. This following the revelations yesterday from ASIO and the government that Iran, through the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, was involved in orchestrating these 2 attacks using a number of proxies, the 2 attacks being the firebombing of the Adass Israel Synagogue in Melbourne in December, and also of Lewis's Continental Cafe and Restaurant Adeli in Sydney's Bondi region. That Iran was ultimately responsible for this, and then did engage a series of intermediaries to carry out these attacks. Following on from that, we've heard quite a number of comments from both the government and the opposition backing in this decision. This is not the first time that a Western government has moved to expel an Iranian ambassador or to list the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps as a terrorist organisation. That second step also being committed to by the government yesterday, following in the footsteps of many other, as I say, Western countries in doing so. We have heard this morning from, again, both the government and opposition, who are both supportive of this decision and say the behaviour that has been demonstrated and the involvement of Iran in these attacks, not just on Australia's Jewish community, but Australia as a whole, is utterly unacceptable. Take a listen.
We have no reason to believe that the people who are actually conducting the actions had any idea who had started it. That doesn't change the seriousness from the Australian government's point of view that Iran was still involved.
And it draws a very red line in the ground for any country, in fact, who would consider conducting foreign interference, espionage, sabotage, or indeed even targeted killings on our soil.
The Israeli government has suggested that this move by the Australian government is in response to retaliation from Israel over Australia's recent moves to ban several members or revoke the visas of several members of the Israeli government from entering Australia, as well as to move to recognise a Palestinian state. The Australian government says this is not the case and that this decision yesterday is of no relevance, or is not linked to its previous announcements when it comes to Israel and Palestine as well, Gemma.
The city of Nedlands and town of Port Hedland have been dissolved by the state government due to dysfunction. Shire of Coolgardie is next in line with a show cause notice for suspension issued by the minister.
From the town of Port Hedland to the Shire of Coolgardie, local government minister Hannah Beasley has had her work cut out.
I've made no secret around the fact that I am disturbed by those few players who are causing serious dysfunction in the local government sector.
In her latest intervention, the minister has issued a show cause notice to the Shire of Coolgardie, giving it 21 days to show why it shouldn't be suspended. The minister says the government's been extremely concerned about its financial position and management for some time.
The Shire themselves have spoken about around $27 million worth of debt. When you have a ratepayer base of just a couple of thousand ratepayers, that is a serious debt to revenue ratio.
At a council meeting late today, several councillors pushed back against the notice, saying they had made progress in turning around their finances and were on the right track. The threat of suspension follows major upheaval at the town of Port Hedland, which is expected to be taken over by one or more commissioners after Mayor Peter Carter quit. History repeating itself, he did the same 6 years ago.
Basically, dissolving the council and giving the town a complete reset, I think it's the best move.
The turmoil comes on the back of the takeover of Nedlands Council.
I believe that a reputation is something that's built from a lot more than 3 local governments out of 139. I'd have to say that there's 136 local governments that are doing really well, so I'd say that in actual fact our reputation is sound.
The chaos comes at an unfortunate time. The minister has been trying to encourage more people to run in local government elections in October. She's hoping good people will see the need to step up now more than ever.
The fossil of a 7.1-metre marine reptile found in Western Queensland has been donated to the Australian Age of Dinosaurs Museum at Winton. It is believed to be one of the most complete ichthyosaur fossils uncovered in Australia.
At 7 metres long, the skeleton of a 100-million-year-old marine predator is uncovered in Western Queensland.
You're looking at something that was swimming around an inland sea that covered Western Queensland around 100 million years ago, and it's in almost perfect condition.
This is the fossil of an ichthyosaur, a reptile that dominated an inland sea. It was found by Cassandra Prince when she was scouring her neighbouring property, Toolabuck Station, between Longreach and Mount Isa.
And I found this piece of rock with a little bit of bone in it.
So I knew, I was very confident that the rest of the body was down under the dirt.
The ichthyosaur has been found in Queensland before, but at 90% complete, this one is a rare find.
It's turned into probably one of the most complete ichthyosaurs that's ever been found in Australia. In fact, it looks like it is the most complete. We won't know for sure until it's prepared.
The surface fossil was found in 2023. Now it has been transported to the Australian Age of Dinosaurs at Winton, where it'll be prepared for research and put on display.
It's going to take thousands of hours, but this specimen is worth every minute of it.
This is TV1 News. We'll have the sports news after the break. Don't go away.
Start your day by doing the 1, 2, 3 with Colgate. Wake up. Brush your teeth. And smile. Smile throughout your day with Colgate.
Long year 2024, 7 pla baby I born one time HIV. HIV I can go long baby long triple rot. Time bel mama I get HIV, long time long carrying baby, na time baby is susu. Tasol Yumi can help him bel mama, long look out him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bell mama clinic, na kiss him antenatal check. Time Yumi pan him sick HIV area, or time bell mama I positive penis, early treatment I can save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV I go long baby. This lutok sawe I come long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Mr. Russell, vi måste isimsigna sabungi.
You survey us, you can put one per complaint.
I'm not giving big player. Online by Toto. No, also one I'm supposed me on data sorry kisimel.
You think him go through Sam? You like putting this plus sexual harassment report on Mr. Russell?
Who said you making this black complaint?
Joining BCFW now member blong me plan na stand up strong against workplace harassment.
Gone! Massive breakthrough!
Warm Pacific greetings, I'm John Tenaira.
And I'm Alice Lolohea.
Join us every week for The Pacific as our team of trusted journalists share unique stories from across this incredible region we call home.
Tune in to TV1 on Digicel TV to stay connected with the latest from the places we love.
The Pacific.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this One News.
Alongside government ministers, their leaders eager to engage with potential investors and grow the Māori economy.
Most cross the ditch, moving to Australia. How worried should other supermarkets be, Kate?
If it's put forward as being a deal, it needs to be a deal.
Quality will improve, the volume will be maintained.
And that's what we wake up each day trying to do. So we'll bring you details and analysis.
One News.
First and exclusive.
The moment we locked eyes, there was just a spark.
If they shoot someone on live television, whose story is that?
I told myself that I would never hurt anyone again. I'm so sorry.
What did you do? What I had
to.
Why aren't you dead?
Multiples.
First and exclusive. All new on Saturdays.
Welcome back. In sports, the PNG Junior Kumals squad will be finalised soon ahead of their annual clash against the Australian schoolboys during the PM's 13 weekend in October this year. According to PNG RFL head of player pathways and development Joe Grimmer, They have identified some exciting talents from a number of existing pathway programs, including the NRL Bid Academy, PNG RFL NYC, Digicel ExxonMobil Cup, and including Queensland-based programs.
And here they come, PNG over the line.
With a month left before the October event, Grimmer said so far they have selected 15 players and will continue to monitor their progress before an official announcement is made. The squad is made up of a blend of talent from the NRL Bid Academy, PNG RFL NYC, Digicel ExxonMobil Cup, and the Queensland-based programs. At this stage, it is understood a good number of young talents are currently taking part in the Digicel ExxonMobil Cup final series, who are also part of the Kumul Blong Tumora held early this year. The junior Kumuls witnessed the emergence of a number of incredible talents, putting on a class performance to shock the Australian schoolboys to a 22-all draw at full time last year under Grimmer's watch. The team had the likes of Finley Glare, Emmanuel Balio, Joseph Cora, Smith Pamundi, Ismail Vayaki, Cragen Format, Hercules Kondo, Gairo Voro, and Vane Manuma, and the likes, showcasing incredible athleticism, skill, and speed. Once all formalities are complete, the junior Kumul squad will be announced at least a week or two before the annual October clash against the Australian schoolboys in Port Moresby. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Football in the Pacific is poised to elevate its standards further, with Football Australia joining forces to enhance player pathway development and administrative excellence. The Oceania Football Confederation and Football Australia signed a new memorandum of understanding this week that will drive the growth of football across the Pacific and deepen cooperation between the two organizations through to 2029.
The agreement was signed on Monday, 25th of August, at the 2025 Australian Football Leadership Summit in Sydney by Oceania Football Confederation President Lambert Meltork and Football Australia Chairman Edna Isaac. It cements decades of collaboration and establishes a clear framework for future development. Meltork says Australia has deep roots in Oceania football, and the MOU marks an important step in strengthening that partnership. Working with Football Australia will bring new opportunities, resources, and expertise that will benefit players, coaches, referees, and communities across the Pacific. This directly connects with OFC's strategic pillars, development, education, and high performance, and will pave way to success both on and off the pitch, while also building stronger ties between OFC member associations and Football Australia. Under the MOU, OFC and Football Australia will collaborate on player pathways, coach and referees development, competitions and international matches, governance and administration excellence, knowledge sharing, and social responsibility programs. A key element of the agreement is Football Australia's formal support for the establishment of the OFC Professional League, set to begin in January 2026, by sharing technical governance, regulatory, and competition expertise. By sharing technical governance, regulatory, and competition expertise, Football Australia will contribute to the league's success as a professional pathway and qualification route for international competitions, benefiting clubs and players across the Oceania. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The Money Plus POM AFL competition went rural over the weekend in Hula after the Alavana Swans hosted the Uni Tigers in the club's first home game on Saturday. Using the home ground advantage, the Swans finished strongly in the last quarter to defeat the Tigers.
Tigers were dominant in most of the match leading into the first, second and third quarters, but the Swans, dominating the ruck and centre plays in the last quarter, kicked 5 goals to Tigers' 2 goals to come out victorious. Meanwhile, back at the Coles Oval in the main game on Saturday, competition leaders Dockers held on to defeat a determined Bombers side with a close 3 points margin. Final score: Dockers 4 goals, 7 behinds 31, defeating Bombers 4 goals, 4 behinds 28, maintaining their lead on the competition ladder. On Sunday, the Gerahu Magpies had an easy day at the Coles Oval, smashing the Sky Roos. Magpies 15 goals, 8 behinds 98, Sky Roos 3 goals, 3 behinds 21. In the main game, the Golden Kokofas held on to defeat West Eagles in a thrilling encounter. Both teams tried hard, but it was the Kokofas who came out winners. 5 goals, 5 behinds 35. Eagles 4 goals, 4 behinds 28. In the women's last points game of the season, Gerahu Magpies ended Gerica Bombers finals hope on Saturday. The Pies women smashed the Bombers 3 goals, 5 behinds 17-0. And in the earlier match, Koboni women beat Dockers 5 goals, 5 behinds 29. The women's qualification and elimination finals will be on this weekend. The Gerahu Magpies women finished the year as the mighty premiers in their division. Sky Roos finished second, West third, and Koboni fourth. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Having climbed into the top 4 on the back of 9 straight wins, the Panthers have had their momentum halted by back-to-back Golden Point losses to the Raiders and Storm. Now sitting 3 points outside the top 4 with 2 games to play, the defending premiers are faced with the prospect of sudden death footy throughout September if they are to make it 5 titles in a row.
The Bulldogs have also found the going tough in recent weeks with 3 losses in the past 4 matches, but they have finished off the season with 2 home games at Arco Stadium, where the Blue and White Army will be out in force. After playing a key role in the Panthers' 2021-2022 premierships as defensive coach, Cameron Serraldo endured a tough initiation at Balmore in 2023, but he is now into a second straight final series, and he has his sights on delivering the club's first premiership since 2004. For the Bulldogs, Josh Caron comes into a starting sign for William Kikau, who has been hospitalized with a skin infection. Prop Henry Hayes is facing 6 weeks on the sidelines with a hamstring injury, so Daniel Suluka Fifita has been added to the bench. With the top 4 out of reach, Panthers coach Ivan Cleary has chosen to rest 16 of his frontline players. Back rower Matt Hasenhuth will captain the side that includes Premiership wingers Paul Alamotti on the wing and Jack Cole at halfback, while back rower Zach Lipowis, centre John Fanua, and David Fowler and bench forward Billy Phillips will make their NRL debuts. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And that ends the sports segment. Now for the weather report. Southern region, Port Moresby, partly cloudy, then some showers and possible thunderstorms. Alotau, partly cloudy periods with few showers. Umase, Lay, cloudy periods, then some showers. Wewak and Vanimo, cloudy periods with some rain and rain showers and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Loringo, cloudy with some rain, then rain showers and thunderstorms. Kokopo, Rabaul, Kimbe and Buka, cloudy periods with some rain, then rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Highlands, Mount Hagen, cloudy periods, then some rain, then rain showers. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, some rain, then rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Oceans forecast. Coral Sea, sea slight to moderate with southeast winds of 5 to 20 knots. Solomon Sea, sea slight to moderate with southeast winds of 5 to 20 knots. Bismarck Sea, sea slight to moderate with southeast to easterly winds of 5 to 15 knots. And Pacific Ocean, sea slight with north to northeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. And coastal waters. Waters of southern PNG and Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Island, to Kerma to Yule Island to Port Moresby, to Hood Point to Samarai Islands. And waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands, seas 0.5 to 1 meter. Waters of New Ireland, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. And that has been another edition of TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.
TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
Mr. Russell, memang kisim signal sa pemilih.
You survey us, you can put one per complaint.
I'm not giving big the happy. Online by doctor. Na, also one I'm supposed me on data solid kisimel.
You think him good troll, Sam? You like putting this plus sexual harassment report on Mr. Russell?
Who said you making this black complaint?
Joining BCFW now member blong ni plan na stand up strong against workplace harassment.
On Earth, nothing was working out, and I wanted to get the hell out of there.
You're planning to be an expendable? You read through the paperwork?
Yeah. I should have read through it. Every time I died, they just printed me out again. Everyone asks, what's it feel like to die? That's when everything changed.
Mickey 17 premieres Saturday, August 30th, 9 p.m. on HBO.
Celebrate the Pacific's most exciting musical talent.
We're in for a fantastic night.
With an all-star lineup featuring Samoan sensations.
Are you ready?
Hey, hey! Yeah! Solomon Islands rising star.
Everybody!
PNG powerhouse. And Fiji favorite. Experience the best of Pacific music. Pacific Break, live from Samoa.
This has been swept under the rug for so long.
That veil of secrecy that we don't want these things talked about.
We're in Far Eastern Ukraine.
I'm not hunting Russian soldiers, I just kill them.
People have been recruited through coercion, money.
Why are you doing this interview?
The public has the right to know.
Don't touch the camera here.
It's a project that's supposed to prevent deforestation.
This tells me that China is keeping this government together.
So the figures were fudged, made up?
Absolutely.
We shouldn't have an uncontrolled experiment with humanity. We're the guinea pig. Every parent should know how bad it is.
That just sent the shiver down my spine.
No parent can outsmart those algorithms.
Last Christmas, our sister brought home a Nazi.
I thought you literally started a war on my family.
The youngest was 12.
They go to private schools and they live in normal neighborhoods.
World-class investigations from Australia and beyond.
Turn the camera off.
Four Corners.
Gone! Massive breakthrough!
One of our greatest sporting teams.
Digicel TV, home of rugby league. Dial *515# to subscribe.